Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a cheat code. You're looking at a cheat code in a tight end that I think can rival and play at the levels of George Kittle and everybody below Bowers and McBride. Make no mistake about it. Bowers, McBride, Bowers, and make no mistake about the fact that either one could outscore each other. There's a tier break between the top two tight ends and everybody else. But there is one man that can rival that third and fourth spot game in and game out from week one on. And it's a rookie. And his name's Warren. And he might just be the final Supernova. And I decided not to take Nabers out. He deserves to be there. Per start, Nabers could be the number one wide receiver. We're concerned about the toe, no doubt about it. But Warren has been added. And just so you know, the Supernovas, the Nova list is a very important list because a lot of people say, Smitty, you've got too many breakouts on your Mars man, your Moon man, your Saturn man lists. I mean, what good is it to have all those guys? Well, the Novas. Once we start breaking down who are the top Supernovas, that is the best of the best. That is me essentially compiling one list from all the bigger lists. So if you make the Nova list, you have made the list. And I give you the Supernovas right now, locked in for the remainder of the season. I don't think I'll change anything I could, but I want to push hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all Thursday morning to not just draft these guys if in fact you are still drafting, but to trade for them. We're making a big push to go get this man, Tyler Warren, as well as all the other Novas. I give you the Supernovas, ladies and gentlemen. I give you the 13.
There are handfuls of Saturn, Mars, and Moon men, but only 8 can be supernovas. I give you the 8 best picks in fantasy football.
They are the 8 supernovas. They are the 8 supernovas. The hateful 8 supernovas. I'm looking at the 8 supernovas. Actually, it's 12. Actually, it's 13. Supernovas. The magnificent 13. 13.
Liftoff of mission 41.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks, and we're talking about a guy named Tyler Warren that is an absolute savage and league winner. And as you can see on screen, there's something special about this kid. And while he brought the Thunder in the receiving department, 104, 12, 33, and 8 touchdowns, this is a running tight end. And Shane Steichen, if you remember, is the kind of cultivator of Jalen Hurts. Now, while Sirianni really took the brotherly shove and Hurts' skill set in a different direction, in the same direction, but even a further direction, keep in mind Shane Steichen is the one that developed Hurts in many ways. And the running ability, the capability, this guy might be the brotherly shove and tush-push artist in Indianapolis. He had 218 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns at Penn State last year in 2024. And there is a lot of talk and buzz about him getting some goal line work as a running back when they need 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 yards. And there's a real strong shot that this kid punches in 2 to 4 touchdowns. Even if he didn't have 218 rushing yards, it's not hard to imagine him getting 26 carries on the season. 26 carries. Granted, he's probably not ripping off 8.4 a pop at the pro level, but the carries he gets will be unique. They will be specifically designed to get him a big rip. I don't think he's doing anything up the gut on the regular unless it's at the goal line. So the idea of him having a 5+ yard per carry rip from specially designed plays and screens and things like that, where he's catching the ball behind the quarterback and then running forward 7, 8, 9 yards, that is certainly in the realm of possibility. but this guy comes with a 100 to 150 rushing yard potential with a 2 to 4 rushing touchdown potential on top of what will probably be a very Bowers-esque rookie season. And if you say that's crazy, I don't think it is, because even if he doesn't have Bowers' yardage and reception totals, which Bowers had arguably the best rookie tight end season to ever take effect, this is something where you're going to see him have more touchdown opportunities. Even though they're going to struggle to get in the red zone, the Colts, it'll still be a better touchdown experience than McBride or Bowers had last year. So you're talking about 6 to 7 touchdowns receiving, probably about 1,000 yards, I would guess. And we're going to get more receptions than anybody can dream of, and the rushing attempts. This is a cheat code. This is a guy that can be a top 4 tight end. I think he can rival 3, but be a top 4 tight end. We won't get ahead of our skis. And he's a rookie, and he's going extremely late. And he can be had in Dynasty, pretty cheap as well, considering. But he goes in a crazy, sometimes round 7, round 9, round 8, round 7.5. It's all over the map depending on who you're drafting with. But this is a marvel. This is a moon man extraordinaire. No doubt about it. Tyler Warren is making the list. Let me see if I can put him on the Mars Man list.
Shuttle to Mars. Mars Man.
I think he's going to go on the Mars Man. Is Saturn full?
The Saturn Men.
Yeah, Saturn's full.
He's on a shuttle.
I think
to
he's
Mars.
going on the Mars
Man.
Men list. Neighbors is the only one that's not on the Moon Man, Mars Man, Saturn Man, Jupiter Man
and spinning aimlessly
list that is on the Nova list, but he's special, and the value isn't exactly there to make these lists, but it's still there to be a Nova. Like, hard to explain the science behind the space, the expeditions that we do here on the channel, but neither here nor there. That's for another day. This man is a marvel. This man is Warren, and he's a supernova.
There are handfuls of Saturn, Mars, and Moon men, but only 8 can be supernovas. I give you the 8 best picks in fantasy football.
They are the 8 supernovas. They are the 8 supernovas. The hateful 8 supernovas. I'm looking at the 8 supernovas. Actually, it's 12. Actually, it's 13. The magnificent 13. 13.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Shuttle has cleared the tower. Novas have landed. They've been locked in, barring some sort of weird circumstance, injury, etc. But the Novas are locked in and taking course on their shuttle mission. The 13, and again, understand that the significance behind the 13 is that they're the best of the best. So if anybody has a problem with having so many Moon Men,
The Moon Man.
Mars Men,
He's on a shuttle to Mars.
The Saturn
Men,
One small step for
The Jupiter men.
And Jupiter men.
is so large. Every planet in the solar system.
anybody has a problem with that many players, this is the solution for you to wrap your head around it. That at the end of the day, I narrowed down all of the lists. You could look at those as prerequisite lists for the now 13. And I thought to myself, like, I need to make it 12. I need to make it 10. I don't need to make it any. 13 is still a low number. So if I'm going to say these are the 13, these are the guys, that's a low enough number to say you're narrowing down all of your bold predictions to 13 amazing predictions. And while Nabers is not really, the thing is, the whole all off season, it's been here since January. He's a wide receiver 1 in the National Football League from a dynasty perspective. The question's going to be, will his toe knock him out? Will Dart be able to keep this team once Dart's in there? Playoff hopeful. Not saying they're making the playoffs, but if they're hopeful, like small percentage, like 5% chance if 8 teams lose in the final week, and they're sitting there going, maybe he stays on the field. But it is a major concern, and in some ways you could look at his Nova ranking as also a Dynasty look, because we don't have a Dynasty list yet. The Andromeda Galaxy will be coming. Neighbors will be on the Andromeda Galaxy, which will be Dynasty focused. This is a player that we could say Neighbors deserves to be on the list for just that reason alone. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, Tyler Warren is a top 5 to 7 tight end almost at his floor. Like, even if he doesn't do what I expect, you're getting what you pay for because you're drafting Tyler Warren at his floor value. You're not taking him at what appears to be his ceiling value. His ADP right now on Underdog, we'll draft here in a second, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tight end number 6. That might sound high for a rookie, but he's better than Hawkinson. Why is Hawkinson going ahead of him? He's better than Laporta. Why is Laporta going ahead of him? Kittle should be going ahead of him, but this is one of those quiet, you own Kittle, downgrade him into Warren, even in redraft, but especially Dynasty. But Dynasty, he's got more value than Kittle, probably. Hard to say, depends on the group of people you're drafting with. But in general, in redraft, I'm downgrading from Kittle to Warren to upgrade, let's say, a DJ Moore into a monster wide receiver, to upgrade a T. Higgins into a monster wide receiver, to upgrade a potential running back, let's call it, I don't know, even Jacobs or Walker or somebody into a much higher running back. Or maybe you're weak at quarterback and you can go from a mid-range mid-quarterback to Patrick Mahomes by throwing in the Kittle downgrade to Jaylen Warren. Warren is going to explode. Warren is going to, as I said, have rushing production that's going to give him just that extra edge to get the points he needs to surpass somebody that you think he can't surpass. Case in point, you have Kittle outscore him, right, in fantasy receiving production, but then the kicker is you have 150 yards. Maybe it's not the college numbers here of 218 and 4 rushing touchdowns, but you have enough tush-push action in Indianapolis that you have this kid, because you got to imagine they're going to struggle. They're not going to necessarily convert. They're going to get down to the 2 or 3, 4 yard line. They're going to tush-push this guy in, and imagine he has 150 and let's call it just 2 to 3 touchdowns. That might be the difference maker of closing the gap between the receiving numbers that are not quite there to match Kittle to make him equal to Kittle. Is this channel good for Dynasty? What do you think? We're talking about it right now, Keanu, and absolutely good for Dynasty. We talk about everything on this channel. So, we will do it live. And we will be drafting and seeing what is what. So we'll open the phone lines in a second. Let's hit the Underdog link that's in the live chat. Okay, it's in the live chat. It's right there. Here it is again. It's pinned in the live chat. I'll pin this link that says a little more information, and I'm pinning this link. It's in the description of the video. Code Smitty gets it done as well. Your boy is going to draft with you right now on Underdog. We'll probably do a handful of the week 1 battle royales, so get ready to do that. Let me get that all pulled up and ready to go, and then we'll draft. Battle royales are really, really fun. I really recommend you guys try these. If you haven't, just hit that link and sign up. Underdog promo code Smitty. Here is the let me see if I can. We'll hit it 1 second. Just hang tight. Let me open the phone line in just 1 second, guys. Don't call in just yet. Let me sign in, and then I can put it on screen. So go to the Underdog app right now, hit that link, open up the lobby, and if you just click on Originals, you'll see all of the drafts on a carousel, and you're going to swipe over, I believe, 4 times, maybe 5. Yeah, and then it's Battle Royale week number 1, $7. Just sit there for a second. There's only a 20-second round, 30-second rounds, 30-second picks, I mean, the timer. We're going to jump into one in about 10 seconds. So everybody click that link that's pinned in the live chat, and then we'll jump in, okay? So I'll answer Super Chats in order in which to receive while we're drafting. Go ahead in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the Battle Royale green button. Enter the draft. I will put it up on screen, and we will start drafting for week 1, which I absolutely love these drafts. They're so fun. They're not as, like, the other ones are boring. The 6-man best ball drafts that literally you take into the season, and it's just like the 12 team, but in a 16 format. Those are a little boring. These are great because you're only doing the afternoon and morning games. So not everybody's in the drafts every week because it depends on where you draft. This particular one is 6x6. So you have 6 rounds. You have 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and then the one flex play that could be running back. So you can go 2 and 2, or you can go 1 running back and 3 wide receivers. Looks like I got the 6 picks, so I'll be drafting back-to-backs there. But again, these are only morning and afternoon games, and if anybody wants to partake, it's code Smitty, Underdog, promo code Smitty. The link is in the live chat. The link is in the description of the video, and code Smitty also gets it done. They'll match your first deposit 50%, and we're going to smash and see what we can cook up here. 2 seconds left for the draft to begin and commence. And we've got super chats that need to be handled. And once these are handled, I will answer the phone calls and do it live. Jamar Chase goes number 1 overall. Rate my team: Bijan, Bucky, Josh Allen, Garrett Wilson, RJ Harvey, TJ Hawkinson, Jerry Jeudy, Olave, Zach Charbonnet, Jacoby Myers, Garendo Strange, Corum. Very, very much love this squad. I think that at the end of the day, you have maybe an opportunity to potentially trade Charbonnet if he gains some value, and past that, I don't think there's much to move or navigate unless you wanted to divide and conquer, which I don't think I'd want to. I really much like this team. Hawkinson, I'd be willing to trade down, and Hawkinson ranks ahead in redraft, ranks ahead of Tyler Warren. So why don't you look into maybe moving down from Hawkinson to Warren and see if you can upgrade even Garrett Wilson slightly, even if it's like he thinks Garrett Wilson's better, and barely better than the player anyway. He might even do it, not even think he's getting a downgrade. So that would be where I would maybe take this. Otherwise, Charbonnet is going to be your ticket to maybe some sort of upgrade. And maybe you upgrade Hawkinson using Charbonnet. Maybe you do a similar effect, but also trade Charbonnet and get an even bigger player. I'm going to time out here if I don't draft. Okay, I'm going to go Nabers and Bucky. Just finished a draft 10 spot, 12-man, JD5, Genty, Hampton, BTJ, Pickens, Andrews, benches, Addison, Braylon Allen, Hollywood Brown, Penix, Debo. What are we saying? I like the team a lot. I think it's very, very strong. Not very deep, but I'd say it's strong. I would say you're really hoping that Caleb Johnson can maybe get you. First of all, Debo could move up into the. Is that Jamo Williams? Okay, Jamo Williams. I thought it was Javonte Williams for a second. Yeah, you could maybe trade like Debo and Jamo, Debo and Pickens, Debo and Andrews to upgrade at tight end. Addison could be thrown in there at some point. It's pretty solid. I shouldn't say it's not deep. Having Debo on the bench is nice. Caleb Johnson. How about Caleb Johnson and Pickens, or Caleb Johnson and Jamo for one stronger, better player? So we're thinking maybe you go in the Garrett Wilson territory. I like trading Garrett Wilson a lot, but I also like trading up to him as well. He's a fantastic player to go get. Lad McConkey maybe over Jamo using the Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is a nice little piece just to get a little bump. And even Andrews up slightly. I would use Caleb Johnson to upgrade Andrews into Tyler Warren, to be honest. And not everybody will agree with that, but I just don't think that Caleb Johnson's going to be quite as good as everybody thinks. I think he's good to use the value now if you can, and then hold it if it doesn't have any value. I'm not saying to just blow your opportunity of waiting and having him climb a little bit if for whatever reason Caleb Johnson's not garnering any interest in your league. Taylor, JD5, and on the clock here, Chase Brown gets selected. Now I'm up, and there's Joe Burrow, there's Puka Nacua. I definitely love both those opportunities right here, and it kind of thins out quite a bit. So I'm going to probably go, where did Genty? Genty's been climbing. He was falling even further than that earlier. I'll go Puka Nacua, and I'll go Joe Burrow. So I'm going to have Nabers and Nacua as my two mandatory wide receivers. Bucky is my mandatory RB. I still have a flex play in play as well as a tight end spot. Rate my 10-man PPR league, May and McCarthy. Jets, wide receivers, Jettas. Okay. Jettas, Garrett Wilson, Worthy, Agbuka, Genty, Achane, Hendy. Love the running backs. Jeez. Ingram and Warren. So we're going to maybe trade Ingram and start Warren, bro, if at all possible. Don't know if that's going to be easy to do, but you can certainly poke around and see. Go to the Knicks owner. Maybe he's just extremely excited to have the combo. So maybe I'm moving Judkins or Ingram or both of them for like some sort of upgrade. Ingram and Worthy, Judkins, Ingram, and Worthy for one wide receiver upgrade. Garrett Wilson upgraded from using Ingram or Judkins or both. Those would be the avenues I'd approach with that team. Very much like what you got, though. Very good firepower to pull something like that off. $10 hauler had to auto draft because of work. Hate my team anyway to fix it. Lamar, Chase Brown, Pacheco. Make sure you get Brashard Smith, Mason, McLaughlin. Yeah, I like the Mason trade value. Maybe make sure you get Brashard Smith, and you'll maybe be okay with Brashard Smith, bro. Wide receivers are BTJ, MHJ. Hate Ayuk. I hate that you got that auto there. Laporta's not too bad, so I'd probably say like maybe I'm using Mason to upgrade MHJ slightly. Mason to maybe upgrade Pacheco slightly. I would trade Lamar down. You got Knicks, so you could trade Lamar straight up for a wide receiver Savage. And I'm thinking like no lower, or running back, no lower than a Kyron, no lower than I mean, it almost has to be more than a Lad. You know, it'd have to be somebody pretty significant. I would try to get BTJ. You give Mason as well, Lamar and Mason for BTJ, assuming this is a 1 QB. But Lamar's got to go get you like a second round player. After the draft is over, Lamar, Josh Allen, and JD5 are worth more than they were on draft day. That's the nature of quarterbacks. Let's go with Kyron Williams and then the Tyler Warren maneuver right here. Love this squad. Nabers, Bucky, Nakua, Burrow, Kyron, Warren. Smash. We'll do more of these. Don't worry. Thank you for the super chat. You can fix that, bro. It's not that bad, actually. It does suck to get your team drafted for you, though, even if you like it. Full PPR, Puka-Tet for BTJ JSN. Give me BTJ JSN, and it's not even close, bro. Very, very easy call. Raider, appreciate you. Rate my squad 10-man. Genty, Hendy, London, Worthy, Kraft, Kamara, Bench, Bill, Hunter, T-Mac, Pearsall, Thornton, Ollie Gordon. Yeah. Ollie Gordon's going to get you something. Pearsall is going to get you something now if you want. You could go Pearsall and Bill. You could go T-Mac and Bill. You could go T-Mac and Pearsall. You could go Kamara and Bill, or Kamara and Pearsall, or Kamara and T-Mac, honestly. I love London, love Worthy, love Hendy, love Genty. Don't trade Allen. Keep that core. Just try and work that combo I was saying to try and just get that one player upgrade. Rasheed Rice would be good right now. Rate my team 10-man full PPR. JD5 wide receiver Lamb, Worthy, Bucky, Kyron, Flex, Hendy, awesome. Warren, love it. Just freaking awesome, bro. Rasheed Rice on the bench. Debo. I don't want you doing a thing unless Rice is protecting Worthy. It's kind of a hedge there. So I'm just going to say hang strong and let Debo, Sharps, Addison, Tootin, Benson all gain value, and then we address trades later. I think you doing a trade now is just forcing something. If something came a knocking, I would listen and we could evaluate it. But I think to aggressively go try and do something, you're just going to end up screwing it up. Just log out of your app and lose the password. Burrow, Darnold, Bajan, Hendy. That's like an 8.0. Easy. Burrow, Darnold, Bajan, Hendy, Bigsby, Charbonnet. Look at this squad. I like it. I like it a lot. 14-man's hard. Bowers, Debo, Hunter's really strong, bro. Bajan, Hendy, and Sharps will step up big time. So Burrow, Bajan, Hendy, and then probably eventually Sharps. Travis Hunter, Debo, in a 14-man with Bowers. This is fantastic. Don't even want to move anything. You're really, really well-rounded for a 14-team league. 14 teams are so tough. We just got done with our 14-team Dynasty, which I've made a handful of trades in already. My squad so far in that Dynasty league, I mean, I gave up all my first-rounders. I decided I'm going after Chris from Vegas. Mahomes. I have Mahomes. I made several trades. I have Mahomes. I have Bucky now. I have Harvey. I have Breece Hall as my flex. I have Ladd McConkey. I have Devontae Smith. This is a 14-team Dynasty league, and I have McBride. And I still have, like, Benson, That's my new team in the Dynasty League that we just drafted. I think you missed my super chat. I'll check. I don't think I did, but I'll look. If I did, I'm sorry. I'll pull it up. Mahomes, Bucky, Harvey, Hall, Ladd, Devontae Smith, McBride is my new 14-man Dynasty League draft team that we just drafted. I've already made massive trades. I have no future first rounders anymore. Traded them all to get this pick, to get Bucky, to get what you see right here, to get, I got the pick in a Mahomes trade. JJ was traded, and I ended up creating this monster here. And this is pretty damn good in a Dynasty startup, I must say. This is solid. The guy that has the chance to win it all, he went all older players. He is Barkley. It's all the monsters that are just about to fall off the face of the earth, though. But anyway, rate this 12-man: Josh Allen, Penix Jr., Dak, Bucky, Hendy, Sharps. Love this team. Pickens, Ted, Olave, Warren. Love the team, bro. London Pickens is just insane. It's going to be very productive. Tet and maybe Sharps later. I think you're going to wait on that. Let Ted do some things. Sit on this team. Don't trade anything. You're eventually going to have a lot of firepower. Alec, let me see if I can find your super chat real quickly. You said I missed it. Right here. Rate my team, Harvey. Maybe I did. I could have potentially clicked off it. I'm sorry, bro, if I did. Rate my team, 0.5 PPR, 12-man: Dak, Bajan, Harvey, Amon-Ra, Rice, Egbuka, Golden, McBride, Debo, Benson, Burden, Ollie, Sampson. Like it a lot. What are you going to do? What are you going to trade? Amon-Ra, Buka, Golden, McBride, Debo. I mean, if you can start Debo, then I'm just keeping it. If you can't start Debo, I may be coupling him. But you might want to wait till it's a big week. Coupling him to try and upgrade. I think because Rice is out, you have to. But I mean, even when Rice comes back, if you're still starting Debo, if your lineup is that deep, if he's a flex, then I just liked what you got here. And I think I roll with it for a week and see what happens. Just because all these guys are going to gain value. If you were to divide and conquer Amon-Ra into, let's say, a slightly lower player, let's say the person that viewed London as lesser, could you upgrade Debo? Could you upgrade Golden? Could you upgrade Dak slightly? Those are the only moves to make, Alec. It's a really solid squad, and you're going to be benefited by waiting. Some of you if you build a team based on show guys, they're going to gain value. They're kind of underrated. That's why we get ranked so low. You go on ESPN, you're done with your draft, you get a D grade. Why? Full PPR, how's the team look? Pick 15. Pick 15. Bucky, Hendy, JJ, Higgins, T-Mac. Bench is Benson, Sharps, Hunter. Love the squad. I want Hunter in my lineup. I'm trading Higgins somehow, getting Hunter in the lineup. T-Mac, Hunter in the lineup. Trade Higgins and T-Mac together for one thing, or upgrade your QB. Yeah. Upgrade your QB. Okay. Yeah. Do you have Penix? Is that what that is? Okay. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Who do you have? Who's your? Okay, hold on. Caleb Jennings, 12 team. Caleb Johnson might have some value too to trade. So look into that, but maybe wait a bit. Maybe just wait just a little bit before you make any sort of trade. Did I just get rid of a damn super chat? Son of a B. Son of a B. Formula engage. Smitty, Formula engage. JD5, Penix Jr., Hendy, Bucky, London, Hunter. Nice job. Rice, Debo, Adunze. Bench is nice, but fermenting. You can't do anything with Tootin or Bigsby or Ollie yet. You want to wait on that. Hendy, Penix Jr., Bucky, London, Hunter, Warren. Love this team. Sit on it, wait on it, add. Don't do anything. Offer comes, you bring to me, but don't go engaging in anything because you guys are going to get rid of these values before they pop. Nix, Ingram, JJ, London, Egbuka, Rice, Debo. Like this squad. Nix and Ingram. Okay. Chase, Hendy. That's Chase Brown, Hendy, Harvey. Great running backs. great wide receivers. Is that really JJ? You have Justin Jefferson. You put Triple J, but I just want to make sure. Ingram, Justin Jefferson. Love this squad. Rate your team. Friend wants to bet $50 JT versus Hendy. I'd take that, but, you know, you never know. Injury could strike or whatever. But this team's fire, bro. What do I want you to upgrade? I want you to wait. Wait on Sharps. Let Debo do something. Let Ibuka go crazy. Then you have something to maybe trade. Let Ollie and Mason do some damage. Don't touch that team. Don't touch it. Thinking of trading JJ for CD. I'd probably rather have CD in a vacuum, but I did just in a Dynasty take JJ over him. But part of it, the reason I did that is I think JJ has more Dynasty value, and I think I was right. So that's kind of why I made that move. If I'm picking for redraft, I want Lamb. Advise on the squad 12-man PPR: Dak, Goff, Gibbs, Hendy, London, JSN, Ingram, Double E. We got Ben, Sharps, Pickens, Harvey. Love getting Pickens, Harvey in the lineup. I mean, look, what are we doing? Sharps, Pickens, Harvey. How do you sit those guys? Let's upgrade JSN using Pickens. Let's upgrade potentially Goff or Dak using Pickens, even though I love Pickens. Or use JSN and put Pickens in the lineup. Either way, that is the piece. Go get a quarterback or Pickens for JSN to upgrade. Keep Gibbs, keep Hendy, keep London, keep Ibuka. Wait on Sharps. Solid squad. Unbelievable team. Gregory, appreciate your $5 hauler. Advise on the squad. Dak, Goff, Hendy. Didn't I just do this one? Yeah. Thank you, George. Appreciate you. This one here is from Tyrell. You like my team? JD5, Lamb, Bucky, Hampton, Ibuka, Debo. Yes. Hendy, Hunter, Ingram, JCM, Charbonnet, Penix Jr. Love it, bro. Love it. Gordon, Thornton. Fantastic. Nothing I want to change on this team whatsoever. JCM and Sharps, eventually you'll trade one of them maybe. Gordon, I don't know if I want to trade Gordon, to be honest, but maybe you can upgrade Debo slightly later. But you want Debo to do something, you want JCM and Sharps to do something before you're actually trying to activate that move, because you're going to leave a lot of value on the board, because I think those pieces go up tremendously in value, and trading them now, unless you're buying low on somebody now before they also in turn go up, kind of like buying and selling a house, how they both kind of go up and down at the same time, and you got to try and buy now. But I think you'll have enough buy lows that won't be a problem. Team non-PPR: JD5, Bucky, Hendy, BTJ, Debo, Ibuka, Pitts, Mason, bench, Sharps, Gordon. God, you guys all have Sharps, Gordon, and like Debo on the bench, or Ibuka, Gordon, and Sharps. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Tesla, love Tesla. Sharps and Gordon are just waiting in the wings. Don't want you to trade a single player on this team, except for maybe Mason. If you could trade Mason and Sharps together now, do it. If not, you got to wait 7.9 out of 10 until you activate a trade using that bench that you're accumulating. 10-team league, projected to finish 5th with a C grade. Good. Glad they don't like it. Hurts, CD, Nico, Sutton, Hunter, Ibuka, Rice, Bucky, Hendy, Sharps. Whatever, bro. Warren and Kraft. Your team's fine. Kraft is going to gain value. Let him go do some damage in week 1, though. Unless somebody's willing to pay on credit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to pay in advance here. Past that, Sutton, maybe Sutton. Don't trade Nico. Don't trade CD. Don't trade Hurts. Don't trade Hunter. Don't trade Ibuka. Don't trade Rice. Don't trade Bucky. Don't trade Hendy. So it's like Mason and Sutton for like one slightly better player. Sharps on credit for one slightly better player. Kraft and Sharps and Sutton for one slightly better player. And if you can't get it now, just wait a small amount of time and you will be able to do such a trade, my boy, because that team is fantastic. Silver, appreciate you with the super chat. Rate my team, 12-team league, 1 QB, 3 wide receiver, 2 running back. Dak, wide receiver, Nabers, MHJ, DJ, Genty, Cooks, Cooks or Brand. You mean James Cook? James Cook and Genty, bench, Debo. Love the team. Some value with the Golden and the Ollie. I think Golden's worth a lot right now. You could maybe trade now. James Cook, not Cooks. James Cook and Golden for one better player. DJ Moore and Golden. DJ Moore and Cook, and then pull Golden into the lineup if you trade DJ Moore and Cook for one better player. Kyron, Bucky, H-Han, etc., etc. Hampton, Hendy. Any of those guys are an upgrade. Love the squad so far. All right, catching up the super chats. Then I'll open up the phone line real quickly, and we'll hit it up right now. Gibbs, Mahomes, Gibbs, Kyron, BTJ, JSN, Ingram, Garrett, Wilson, Debo, Pittman, bench, JCM, Charbonnet. Charbonnet is on every single one of your benches. I love it. Sharps and JCM, one of the two, later or now, to upgrade JSN or Garrett Wilson. Leave everything else as is. Don't touch Mahomes, Gibbs, Kyron, or BTJ. It's only JSN. It's only Garrett Wilson. It's maybe Debo, but I like keeping Debo in a way over JSN and Garrett Wilson, just because I think you can get more for JSN and Garrett Wilson with the Sharps or a JCM or a Tootner or someone like that right now. Fantastic squad. Love the team. And then the last super chat before we get right into another draft. In fact, actually go over to the Underdog promo code Smitty. The link's in the live chat pinned. The link is right here. Smash this link right now. The link's pinned. It's in the description of the video. Underdog will match your first deposit 50% all the way up to $1,000. So jump into the draft in about, we'll give it like 10 seconds. So back out, go into the battle royale, leave it there. It's a green enter button on the $7 entry. Just sit for a second. In 8 seconds, we'll click the button and jump in. And appreciate every single one of you. Let me go back over to the screen real quickly. So Dak, Caleb, Lamb, Worthy, J-Mo, Agbuka, Golden, Chase Brown, H.N. Hendy, Samson, punted on tight end bad, looking to pick up Strange or Okonkwo. Even Hunter Henry's pretty nice because I think May's going to connect with him a lot. Love the Dak Lamb situation. Worthy, J-Mo, Agbuka, Golden. I'm likely looking to trade J-Mo and Golden at some point maybe. Not trading H.N., not trading Henry, not trading Chase Brown, not trading Lamb. Worthy, J-Mo, Golden. Trade for Tyler Warren, maybe using J-Mo, Golden, and a bench player, or Golden alone for Tyler Warren if you can pull it off. Somehow J-Mo might get him. I like that. And then I'm kind of sitting and maybe using one of them to upgrade Worthy or something like that. You could also go after Rashee Rice using J-Mo, potentially. I think someone might do that. Maybe some people won't want to do that, and I don't blame anybody for not wanting to do that, but I would, especially if you got Worthy. It's going to hedge for you. 10-man PPR, Grandma League, Dak, Bijan, Hampton, London, Garrett Wilson, Bowers, Agbuka, benches, Rice, Pickens, Harvey, ETN, Bigsby. What are you going to do? Debo on the bench. 10-man leagues is all about bulking up, right? So get a better QB than Dak using Debo or Pickens or Harvey or Rice. Potentially get a better wide receiver than Garrett Wilson just because you can, and leave everything else alone on that squad, Alec. It's a fantastic mother-freaking squad, my boy. It's a monster, a marvel, a conglomerate, a monopoly in your fantasy football league. All right, let's jump into it. Click the green button. Go. Boom, boom, boom. Do it live. Do it live. If you don't get in, we'll do one more. Don't worry. We'll at least do one more. There's so many of these drafts. We'll at least do one more. Draft starts in, okay, here it's loading. We'll do at least one more draft. Do not worry. They go so fast. Phone lines are open. Dial in, dial in, dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
JCM for Aaron Jones. I'd rather have JCM. Rather have JCM. I don't want Aaron Jones over JCM. That's easy. That's light work. That is light work, my friend. JCM. Aaron Jones is going to get hurt. He's going to wear down. He's also sharing the role like he's never shared in a while. Mute yourself, guys, in the background. I got a lot of background noise. Please mute the show if you can. Let me go over to Gavin. Gavin, you're live.
I just traded Goddard for Warren in my league.
Bro. Excellent job.
He wanted Goddard really bad.
Well, unfortunately for him, he got him.
Yeah. And then another quick one. Should I trade Patrick Mahomes and Travis Hunter for Agbuka and Mayfield?
No. Nope. No? Hunter and Agbuka are really close, bro. Why would I?
Well, I have BTJ. I don't want to have both of them.
But does that change? Like, first of all, does that change my mind? Like, oh yeah, of course, do it. Like, no, you don't want to have both of them. That's fine. But like, I'm not getting rid of Mahomes. Baker and Book are nice. It's really nice, but I'm not. I like Hunter and Mahomes. It's preference, though. I'm not gonna send you on a lap if you did it, but I certainly wouldn't do it. I think I've had a few people say, Smitty, you're not high on Hunter anymore, and I don't really understand that. I literally press the HHH and associate button like all day long.
In a jam, call HHH and associate.
I may not.
Triple H and Associates. Locations on Earth
and Jupiter. I may not like talk about Hunter in standalone videos as much as I was because I'm focused on getting the other messages out. But I certainly believe he could be a top 12 wide receiver this year, bro. This year.
Well, if I took the quarterbacks out, just Hunter for Agbuka, that's what I tried to do with him. Would you do that still?
I don't mind that. That one's fine. I think they're both so close. Yeah, I've been kind of drafting them mixed. I'll go Buka one draft. I'll go. Hold on one second. Let me just draft. I've been going a lot of Neighbors this week. I go Buka one draft. I go. I switch it up all the time. I haven't been switching this up from the 6th spot. Yeah, easy peasy, bro. Either one of those is fine. All right.
Okay.
All right, my man.
Thank
All right, later. Chat, you agree? Buka over Hunter's fine. If you go that route, I mean, it's a pretty easy call. Michael from San Diego, you're live. Everybody else mute real quick, please. I'll be right with you.
Yo, what's going on, Smitty?
What's up, man?
Hey, quick question. I wanted to know if you still feel the same about Malik Nabers as you did about a month ago. Is he still a sell high maybe after the first month and a half of football?
You
or
got to
feel
consider
a little bit better
it.
about the injuries?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm on the Nova list, so I make sure I talk about this constantly. So I don't, you must not have been watching because I address this every day.
I've been busy a lot.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'm addressing it every day, so everyone knows where I'm at on it because it's such a volatile situation. Every day I talk about it. Every day I point to this and I say he's the number one wide receiver potentially per start. He's maybe the number one dynasty wide receiver. I say this every day so there's no confusion because some worried William's going to come in here and panic Peter, angry Angus, and go, "You didn't like Neighbors." I do. I love Neighbors. Neighbors is my number one dynasty wide receiver probably. But the thing is, there's a lot of risk. It doesn't mean that we're going to see it. Like, is there a risk that Derrick Henry was going to go down last year? Absolutely. Did he? No. So, I mean, risk doesn't necessarily mean that he's going down, but I don't know that it's a matter of him going down as much as, I'm not worried about him getting hurt and being out for the year because he's had a shoulder injury, concussion last year. I'm more worried about them just being out of playoff contention. If Dart gets in there and keeps the playoff hopes at least alive, I'm not saying they'll make the playoffs. I'm just saying that there's like a 17% chance in week 15 that if like 8 teams lost, they get it. Like maybe he stays in there. But if they're out of the playoffs and it's week 14 and they've got to get a jump on the season, what good would it do at a nothing burger season to run him out there, make his toe worse? And every game he plays, the recovery and the surgery might need to wait a week or two before they can even have it, so the swelling goes down. Like, who knows what all that's gonna look like, So you gotta be very, very careful not to
vigilant.
Huh?
That wasn't me. I don't know.
Who's talking in the background? Okay, I'm just gonna clear the line though. And just talk to Michael from San Diego though, because no one's gonna say anything. I'm just gonna clear it. I think it's a tough situation, bro. Like, what do you do? How far do you neglect them? How far do you worry about it? What is this? Let me put this guy on hold on. 571, what's your name and where are you calling from? I'm going to put you on hold, but.
That's fine. I'm Smitty. I'm sorry. I'm Dom from DC.
Okay, Dom. All right. Hold on, Dom. All right, Dom from DC. Let me get this guy back on. I just want to know who's. Okay, who's this? And I'm going to put you on hold, but who's this and where are you calling from?
My name is Sohaib. I'm calling from Oklahoma.
Okay, Sohaib, mute yourself. I'll be right with you, please. Anybody that doesn't mute, I'm just going to clear you off. So everybody stay muted. Michael from San Diego, real quickly, wrap it up, and then I got to go.
Yeah, no, that was pretty much it. I was just thinking, because I got stuck with him in my draft because it's a keeper league and a lot of the guys were taken. I had to go them. And I was just thinking, week 5, 8, essentially what week am I looking at selling the guy so I can compete further?
Let's
can't miss out on this,
Let's wait and hear how he's doing. Like maybe they're saying, look, his toe is definitely needing surgery, but it's not getting any worse and it's week 6. Then we just kind of see what's what. I think we just got to take it by ear, bro. All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, later. Let me answer these real quick. I'm on the clock first. I got to take a player here. Damn, man. QB's going to be Michael Penix Jr. Let's have a day. Let's prove the world wrong. And then Buka's gonna have a day. So Buka, Nabers, Bucky, McBride, Genty, Penix. I like it. All right, this real quickly. Honey Badger, appreciate you. Lamar, JJ, Evans, Tet, Ricky, Burden, Downs, Bucky, Walker. I want top tier wide receiver for Evans and Tracy. You're not gonna get it. Like Tracy ain't getting you shit. Tracy won't get you a box of chocolates, bro. I mean, really. Tracy's not bad. Let's let Tracy go out and prove something, and then I think we can circle back. I'm not saying that world doesn't exist, but Tracy's not getting you crap right now. No one cares about Tracy. They think he's interesting. Let's see what happens, but Scat's breathing down his neck. He fumbled the job away last year, and they had to bench him. So we got to wait and see. There's just no way you're getting a top-tier wide receiver for that yet. Maybe you could trade Mason away and slightly upgrade Evans, but you're not getting an upper echelon, borderline first-round wide receiver. You're getting maybe a Lad McConkey, if you even think that's an upgrade at all. So definitely consider, wait till Tracy does something. You try and trade Tracy now, no one's giving you nothing for Tracy. Nothing. It doesn't mean that can't change, but right now he has no trade value, like in this context here. He's somebody like if you cut him, people would race to the waiver wire to grab him because he's a starting running back. But he has no trade value right now. No one's going to go get him. If I'm trying to make a trade here with this team, bro, you're trying to trade Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky's got crazy value right now that I don't know that he can cash the checks that value is writing. I think that he might do that. Maybe he does it in week 1, and you can definitely sell him off the hype now on top of a good week 1. If he had a good week 1, I'd sell him immediately. His situation will only get more cloudy. His team will only get more injured. So that's where I would probably look. And could you trade potentially Evans and Ricky for an even better upgrade than Tracy? I would say yes for right now. That's where I would go. And then just wait, But I don't want to belittle Tracy. I think he could do something, but no one's going to give you what you want now. If you do get it, come back and let me know, and maybe I'll tell you I was wrong, and then we'll start sending out Tracy offers everywhere. But I can almost guarantee he won't. $20 hauler here from
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 hauler here from New Levels. Appreciate you. I was waiting on you to go live, my guy. How do you like my squad? 12-man, 0.5. Mahomes, Bucky, Hendy, Harvey, BTJ, JSN, Buka, Bench, JCM, Pickens, Benson, Coleman, Ingram, Bigsby. Any trade ideas? Like the team a lot. Bucky, Hendy, and Harvey's off the hook with Mahomes. BTJ, JSN, and Buka is off the hook. JSN, JCM, maybe. Pickens and JSN, maybe. Some huge monster. But like I could start Pickens over JSN or JSN over Pickens with ease. And I don't know that you upgrade anything else because I love everything you have. So it's kind of like, what can you couple Pickens and JSN for a top 12 overall player? Even if you just got another player better than JSN and JSN went to your bench and you traded, let's say JCM, and you got Buka. I just saw Buka. I didn't even see Buka. I didn't even see Buka sitting there on the bench. No, that's in your lineup. Okay, sorry. Okay, so JSN and Pickens for one better player, or if it was even if you were to do JCM and Pickens or JCM and JSN for one slightly better player, then you at least have that better player and then JSN on the bench, and then you can trade JSN with maybe Bigsby later or Benson. If Benson gets in there, you could trade JSN and Benson for somebody. You could always try and upgrade Mahomes into JD5 or Josh Allen if you wanted, but this team is an easy, I don't need to do anything, stand down and probably dominate because you have 3 amazing running backs. You have fantastic wide receivers. You have unbelievable depth, and you don't have to make a trade or do anything. Knicks, Hendy, Bucky, CD, McConkey, Warren, Ibuka, Golden Hunter. The Golden Hunter. Bench, Addison, Gordon, Prescott, Rice, Stevenson. Okay, my brother team in the same league. Opinion. Okay. Hendy and Bucky are awesome. Knicks and CD are monsters. McConkey's super amazing as your second wide receiver. I love that. Warren is unbelievable, as we just alluded to on this live stream. Ibuka is fantastic. I like trading. I like Hunter. I like trading You got Rice waiting. So you need, man, Addison. This is why I didn't like the idea of people drafting Addison and Rice to cover each other's, potential suspensions, because I knew wasn't going to work out. Rice was going to get a suspension at the front. At the end of the day, they were gonna probably work this out before the hearing, and they did. So you can't really even use either one of those guys. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, would I trade Addison and Golden for a slightly better wide receiver right now? Sure. But Golden might go up in value. So why not just wait a week? I highly doubt Golden goes down in value. He's going to get saturated. I admit the two players I feel like I've changed the most on in the offseason, admittedly, and I'm very much an adjust and adapt person. I would say Golden is one of them. And the other one probably would be, I'm blanking out on who it was. It was somebody I didn't like that I wasn't drafting, that I'm starting to draft a lot of, or draft more of, I should say. One is Golden, and it's not that I love Golden as a prospect. His situation's becoming better and better. Jaden Reed is so hobbled. He's got that toe injury, the Jones fracture that's not going to get any better. He's not going to have surgery. He's afraid of losing his job, so he's going to try and play through it. It's going to get worse. He's going to be on IR at some point. And so I really think he could do well for you. I'd probably say I still lean toward Golden and Addison now if you can pull off a trade. If you can potentially trade Rice early, if someone's willing to buy it, like I would buy Rice from somebody. I know some people won't. Addison and Rice, Golden and Rice, you could do that. Other than that, I don't want to touch the team unless you're trading maybe Addison or Rice with McConkey to go up to a whole nother level. But I like McConkey there in that second spot for you, but I very much entertain having two CeeDee Lamb type players. So if McConkey can get you that. But right now you're just kind of sitting on that team. $20 hauler. I think I already pulled this one over. Waiting for you to go live. Thank you for dropping that. And then I have these two last super chats. Then I'm going to go to the phone line. Then we'll run one more draft back. 12-man QB, Nix, Penix Jr., running back, Bucky, Harvey, Mason, Sharps, Marks, Hookah, JSN, Igbuka, Olave, Mims, Goddard, Jake Ferguson. 12-man. Nice squad. I think it's pretty good. I think that I'd probably give it like a 7.8 just to give you a little room for improvement, just because, look, Bucky and Harvey, I love it. Harvey still, when people have him as a third running back, it's insane. As a second running back, there are questions. You need to wait and see how quickly it all unravels for JK, but unveils for Harvey. And so you look at a guy like Chase Brown last year, who was one of the best running backs in the league. It took him a while, right? It took him till week 4. So it's not crazy. I think he does blow up at the beginning. I don't think Harvey will be slow rolled out. I think he'll do so much with whatever they give him that it's going to be evident that he's the guy and he's the Joker, and his coach drafted him, second round draft capital. Dude's going in the lineup. I don't care what anybody says. This team's going to be unbelievable once Charbonnet takes over. Mason starts looking good. You got good trade value there. Puka, JSN, Igbuka. I like that a lot. I think it's crafty. I just think you're waiting for like one thing to happen, and it could happen from the bench. It could happen from the waivers. Great job with the squad. I like it a lot. I lied. I have a couple more real quickly. 10-team, 1 flex. Trade Barkley for A.J. Brown and K9. No, I probably would not do that. No, I would not do that. I would try and do something else, bro. Try and trade Barkley for Genty or Achan or Bucky, whoever people feel is lower than Barkley, and then get something else upgraded maybe. Chase Brown, McLaurin, and Ingram for Bucky and McBride. Give me Bucky and McBride all day long. That's a fantastic trade. And let me get to these other super chats after I go to the phone line first. And let's first get into a draft while I'm talking to everybody on the phone. Back out, Underdog, promo code Smitty. The link's in the live chat pinned. The link will be dropped again right now. The link's in the description of the video. Code Smitty gets it done as well. Underdog will match your first deposit 50%. So all you got to do is just click, my friends, on the Battle Royale Week 1, which is under the Originals tab. You swipe over about 5 times. There's a Battle Royale Week 1 $7 contest. Click that. Hover over the green button. We're going to click it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's jump in together. 5 more to start. That means I'm the first one in. That means we get 5 other individuals that get to jump into this one with me, which is always nice when I'm the first one in the door on a draft, because then it's not just me and like one of you and then a bunch of randoms. There's 3 more to start, 2 more to start, and then now it is still 2 more to start. Still 2 more to start. Look at this. 1 more to start. Hasn't set the pick yet. It's still waiting. Waiting. One more to start. Really? How many people we got in here? Almost 400 people? And we're still waiting for one more to start? Normally, like during draft season, we fill up a puppy in like 4 seconds. 1, 2. One more to start. Wow. Ron Navy, you're live while we wait for this one person.
Hey, what's up, Smitty?
What's up?
Hey, I got a couple things, but what's the story with Michael Wilson? Because I mean, you're there, you're close. What's going on with him? Why is he dropped so far? I mean, I look at his ADP and I'm like, that's a steal. That's a free.
Simple.
Free. I mean.
Yeah, it's simple.
Huh?
It's simple. Why? I mean, people doubt Kyler. It doesn't matter what's real. I'm just telling you why. People doubt Kyler so much that they can't buy into MHJ surviving with McBride. So it's just people are looking at it going, I don't know that Kyler can feed 3 people, let alone 2, which I don't necessarily agree with, like you said, cost of entry. But I think, if you told me, hey, do you like this guy or this guy? And we're talking about Michael Wilson in Arizona or the players around him, I could argue a lot of players around his ADP still. But you're right, he still is free and there's nothing wrong with his value. But people are just scared to death of, do I need to refresh here? What is going on? It's just sitting there. Active. Battle Royale. One more to start, it still says. There's no way that that's the case. There. I don't know why it sat there for so long. It was almost like an error. There. Now it reset to pick 6. Okay. I don't know. But yeah, he's not a bad guy to target, Ron. I like him.
Yeah. I've been picking him up, but then I wanted to ask you about, is there something that I haven't heard about him, or is there, because it seemed like his ADP is like actually fallen.
Well, he's wide receiver. Was he unranked? I think he's unranked here. So that's why.
He's in the 230s.
Well, he's not. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he's not. He's unranked on this. So let me go. I'll go look in a second when I got a second. I'm drafting right here. I'll look on the rankings. 230. You said 230.
I think he's in. I mean, when I think it was in the 230s. Yeah.
So like Thornton, I'm taking over him every time. Tesla, I'm taking over him every time. And I think when we get into a non-best ball, like Tesla and Thornton would be like your last selected player, it seems. And Underdog is different. Underdog, I think you see him go. The wide receivers go a lot more. But all right, what's your next question?
Oh, when you were talking about how people are like on your list, on your Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, why so many people? Why so many people? Well, people need to realize that, there's not just, when you're drafting, you just don't have one quarterback, one person or 2 persons at each position or whatever that you draft. You need to know, when you're putting out the information, when you're going through a draft, you're not going to be able to get all these players, but you got to have alternative players that you can turn to, and you're putting out the best players that, I mean.
Yeah. Think of it like a filter. Think of it like a filter.
So that gives them all those options. Yeah, you give them the options. Hey, if I can't get this guy, hey, this guy's on the list. I got, Smitty's high on this guy. So it's not about the amount of players. It's the content of players, especially. It helps so much in the draft that you have that to pull to. And of course, like every year, right? You're always going to have the players that we're high on that don't do so good, or we're not high on that just come up out of nowhere. I mean, you're always going to have those players. But see, you even tackle that in season. You tackle that because your waiver wires and this and that. I mean, your show, you just, hey, pick this guy up on the waiver wire right now. I mean, go all in. I mean, that's the type of content that you're putting out, and it's awesome content.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Is like people just need to like chill out about the number of players on these lists.
Well, that's why I got the Nova list. The Nova list narrows it down so that it feels small again, and it's really the cream of the crop. So it's kind of like a filter all down to great players, then filter down to the elite players. It'll be the Nova list. All right. Anything else, Ron? You can mute or hold. I'll roll around the phone line if you want to think about more to say, or if you got anything now.
Yeah, you can just.
Okay.
Oh, I'm good, I think.
Okay.
There was something else, but I can't.
All right, stay right there and think about it. Stay right there and think about it. I'll be right back. Trade Hendy and Pickens for Chase Brown and Ridley. Hendy and Pickens for Chase. No, Hendy. First of all, Hendy over Chase Brown and Pickens over Ridley. So absolutely losing all sides of that. The Hendy side's better. 918. What's your name? Where are you calling from? 918.
It's Sohaib.
Okay, what's up, Sohaib? What can I do for you?
Yeah, thank you, Smitty, for taking my call. I just had a quick question regarding Justin Herbert. I have him in my 14-team league. It's a PPR with 6 points. What do you think about how he's going to, it's between him or Jordan Love? Who would I start this week, in your opinion?
Jordan Love or Herbert?
Yes, sir.
Probably go. Let me make this pick real quick. Hold on one second, bro. Genty.
Yeah, take your time. Thank you.
And we'll go. And I could go. I'm going to go Achane and Genty. So I went Nabers, London, Achane, Genty. Okay, good. Love. Let's see here. Jordan Love's versus Detroit, right?
Yes, sir.
And Herbert is going
Kansas City at Friday.
I guess I go Herbert this week personally, but I might be. I don't know. I just want to see what Love does. Love's got, Reed's banged up. I know they're going to force feed all Golden, Matthew Golden, but I don't know how I feel about the offense yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I would say Herbert feels safe. And I could just see him scoring at least 2 touchdowns. But if anybody feels differently on that one, drop it in the chat. But I would say Herbs feels safe.
Okay.
I like Penix Jr. more than both of them. If he's available on waivers, Penix Jr. seems to be available on waivers so many places. I don't understand. Don't even get it. Is he there? Is he available?
Yeah, I'll look for him. It looks like someone's already picked him up. And then I also have Kenneth Walker III. Who can I trade him for in a swap? In your opinion?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do that. I just made a trade in the Dynasty League. I drafted Walker, and then I got sniped on Charbonnet, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So I tried to trade him, and I got rid of him pretty quickly. The deal was, and this is Dynasty though, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how complicated the trade had to be in order to get it done. It was, here's the trade. The trade was, it's complicated. It's Dynasty. Ladd McConkey, Mahomes, Breece Hall, and a first rounder go to me. Penix Jr., Walker, and JJ go to the other guy.
Wow.
So JJ Ladd McConkey swap, but I got Mahomes and Hall and the first rounder for Penix Jr. and Walker. So it's complicated, but like that, you can't just trade Walker straight up. Nobody wants him without Charbonnet, but if you get creative and do 2 for 1s and 2 for 2s and 3 for 3s, you can get him in there and dilute the risk. Okay. So trading JJ was tough in this league, but I got Hall over Walker. I feel much better about that. I got a first rounder. I got Mahomes, and I got Ladd, who I still love. Then I ended up getting Bucky, and so my team is totally different. But it's tough to do. It's like trading Walker straight up for somebody. And are you talking about redraft?
No, it's just a straight up non-redraft league. It's just a PPR league.
Redraft or Dynasty?
Just a redraft.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me just make this this selection here. Need a quarterback. We'll go Bo Nix. We'll go Tyler Warren. I think you could go after Ibuka. You could try. You could go after potentially Travis Hunter. You could go after, and Walker goes a lot higher than those guys, so you have to understand that and just accept it. You're not going to get a Chase Brown. You're not going to get a Kyron Williams. You're not going to get guys like that.
Al
You're going to have.
Kamara?
I mean, yeah, you could go that route. I don't mind that, but at what point does Kamara break? So do you sell him high if he's popping off for a month? I think he could go the route of Mixon, where he does really well for 1 or 2 months, and then all of a sudden, boom, Kamara's going to fall off a cliff. But that's just my take. Hard to get rid of Walker. It really is. I mean, if he gets traded, you might be able to do something about it.
Oh, yeah, it kind of gives me an idea. I appreciate it, Smitty. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love the show, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later.
Thank you.
Yeah. 571, you're live.
I'm with this Smitty. It's Dom from DC.
What's up, Dom?
I'm wondering who should I start. Week 1, Justin Fields versus Pittsburgh, or Trevor Lawrence versus Panthers. I'm trying to figure out who I start week 1.
I'm sorry. Who you said who? Say him again.
Fields versus Pittsburgh week 1, or Trevor Lawrence versus Panthers week 1. I have my retainers on, so I gotta. Yeah. He said what?
I said okay. T-Law.
Yeah. I got my retainers on, so it's
I mean,
hard to...
look, Pitt's a tough D. I think Fields is gonna have a revenge tour type of mentality, but will he succeed? Fantasy wise, like could he pull off a win, get a tough run at the end, but it's tough and they bottle him up. Ron, do you have any opinions on this one with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Don't get too crazy with it, but just real quickly, like 1 or 2 sentence answer, not a whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't start Fields this first week. It's the first week, and whether and it's easier. It's just like you got to look at it like preseason, or the not preseason, but the training camps, right? The defenses always outdo the offenses at the beginning when they start, training camp. You kind of got to look at week 1 the same way. The defense is probably going to outdo the offense week 1.
I think you're probably better off expecting like a 2 TD performance out of T-Law, and honestly, Liam Cohen's going to dial up a lot. It's going to look good. T-Law is going to. The thing about T-Law, we're all ready to write him off, but this might be mother freaking Baker Mayfield 2.0, just because Liam Cohen is essentially going to design so much short yardage, stuff. He is the check down short yardage, short passing game architect in the National Football League. Liam Cohen. Do you know who is the worst?
My bad.
You know who was the worst check down team, short passing yardage team last year in the league? The Jaguars. So, and T-Law didn't even run it all. He's kind of a capable guy on all levels. They didn't run him. They didn't do any short passes. Nothing was designed short. So we're used to T-Law being this player that has to throw a ball downfield. It's incomplete. Now they punt. It's 4th down. T-Law is forced to do it all himself. Throws it incomplete. They lose the ball. T-Law looks like a failure. This year, they're just T-Law's going to dump it off left and right. BTJ and Hunter taking these 2-3 yard quick slants or a design screenplay down 15, 20 yards. T-Law is just going to be a facilitator. And I don't mean that in a demeaning way to his upside. I just mean that like T-Law is going to find confidence and success early. And I just think T-Law is probably going to have a much better year than anybody, including me, including anybody that even likes him, is going to expect. This is going to be a nice little year.
Also, I also have Travis Hunter, so that stack would be nice for week 1. But also, I have another really quick start sit question. My bad. I have my retainers on. I can't really speak.
Real quick.
Let me see. My bad. Okay, let me see. Do I start Deebo Samuels over Trevion Henderson, or?
I wouldn't, but it's arguable. But I would take Hendy. I mean, house call Hendy. Looks like he keeps scoring every time he touches the ball. That'd be so depressing to watch him just kind of. I can just picture it now, right? He gets the ball on on a little sweep or some kind near like the 6-7 yard line, and he's just gonna kind of go like this and just get into the end zone untouched, walk in, and just gonna see him turn around. His team's gonna pick
that's
him
what
up.
I was envisioning too. I would be so mad.
I can see house call Hendy in the end zone. I just can see.
All right, thank you, Smitty.
All right, later, bro.
Hendy. I'll try to gain confidence. All
right, later, bro. Ron, any final thoughts? And I'm going to hit these super chats and then go because I'm tired.
Well, we were talking about earlier. I mean, you were talking about weeks ago about Cooper and Allen going to a certain team. What do you think where they're at right now? How do you think they do? I mean, are they worth like
Cooper and who?
Keenan Allen.
Oh, Keenan Allen. Okay. Yeah, Keenan Allen goes right back home. He goes right back home. So the rapport's there. He doesn't have to fit in. It's just he's just gonna. But I don't know that he'll be ultra consistent. But he's kind of also somebody I don't mind banking on, like as my bench wide receiver. But with hope that maybe he turns around my expectation, and I'm like, holy crap, he's still got a lot left. And keep in mind, we saw him decline with Caleb Williams. So we don't know if he really declined. We also saw Amari Cooper decline in Buffalo mid-season. He got traded and just happened to drop off. Or was it that Josh Allen, like Keon Coleman, he just didn't feed him, didn't fit in. Josh Allen doesn't like new wide receivers, whether it's a rookie or an inbound wide receiver, or Kincaid. If he's a pass catcher and he's new, Josh Allen doesn't use him. It's kind of like Aaron Rodgers back in the day. Aaron Rodgers, until the Christian Watson year, rookies never did well. You're on the bench. You're not doing nothing. Maybe your sophomore, third year, you'll do something. And Josh Allen might have done that to Amari. I don't know though. I think at the end of the day, neither is a wide receiver 3 to me. But maybe a 4-5 with upside.
No flex.
Not right now. Not right now, because I think you'll have better options than that. You should have better options than that.
Okay.
But
right.
Bench guy, sure.
All right, cool.
End of the best ball draft, sure. I mean, they're both kind of there.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Changing my mind though. I mean, they certainly have the upside. I think especially Keenan Allen, because the offense is better than the Raiders are not a bad offense, but it's going to be all about Bowers, Genti, and then there's some leftovers. All right.
Right.
Appreciate you, Ron.
All right. Appreciate you.
Later. Exhausted from these drafts. I can't wait to do just normal content tomorrow. Rate my team Dynasty 12-man. Tomorrow's going to be a push. The content's going to be last call content all week. Okay, last call on this guy right here. Go get Warren. Last call on whether it's draft or trade. Last call on Ollie Gordon. Go get Gordon in a trade. Go get him if you have Achane. Make sure you're not like telegraphing exactly how much you're willing to spend. But it's last call Ollie, last call Warren, last call Hunter. People think I'm off Hunter. I'm not. I've just been busy creating other content. Last call Harvey. Last call Hendy, even though Hendy's costing a lot. Last call, Genti's still any of the HHH and Associates.
Jam. Call HHH and Associates.
Triple H and Associates. Locations on Earth and Jupiter.
So, last call, Lonnie's. We're just smashing. That's going to be the week. We're going to talk about cheat code, Warren. We're going to push Warren all week. I don't want to hear a single person say, well, Smitty, I didn't get Warren because you didn't talk enough about him. We're going to talk about him all today. We're talking about tonight, all day tomorrow, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. So even if you already drafted, you're thinking of ways to trade for him. And I've given you very creative ways. If you've got Kittle or you've got Hawkinson, you can downgrade into him, and depending on who you're giving, Hawkinson or Kittle, you can get a massive piece back. And this is a top 4, top 5 tight end this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow made an appearance on the Triple H and Associates board, which we keep adding to. It's going to become the Supernova board in minutes.
Locations on Earth and Jupiter.
It's going to become the Nova board if I'm not careful. Rate my team Dynasty 12-man full PPR Superflex. Okay, tight end premium. Oh boy, JD5, Hampton, Travis Hunter, Ibuka, Sutton, Bo Nix. Woo! Worthy, Ingram, Pacheco, Debo. Love it. Make sure you get Brashard Smith. Would I maybe trade if I got Brashard Smith, Pacheco? I might just leave that alone. Would I trade maybe Sutton and I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you got nothing to trade there. Sutton and Worthy together for one player, maybe, but I need to know more about your bench to suggest you do anything. Or Sutton in the first rounder to upgrade Sutton. I'm totally into those kind of trades, bro. I look at my team and I go, can I turn Sutton into a monster? Let me give up a first rounder. 10-team PPR, 1 QB league. Josh Allen, Bajan, Bucky, Pickens, Worthy, Kittle, Hendy. Bench is Pat Mahomes, Buka, Mims, Gordon, Addison, Scat, Moves. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT, Sonny. Appreciate you. 10-man league, Josh Allen, Bajan, Bucky. Love it, bro. Love it. Hendy, love it. Your running backs couldn't be better. Your flex, amazing. Pickens and Worthy and Kittle. I would do this move here. Exactly what I'm saying. Downgrade Kittle into Tyler Warren and move Worthy or move Pickens up and get another swap there, a 2-for-2. You do that, and it's pretty easy to trade Kittle. It really is. And I know you probably don't want to, but trust in Warren. 12-team auction draft. JD5, Genty, Hall, ETN, Sharps, MHJ, Scary Terry, Worthy, Pickens, Waddle, Njoku. Love the team. I like it a lot. I think Sharps will be your ticket out of maybe upgrading some more. Or if ETN has a big week 1 and surprises everybody or gets traded, now all of a sudden ETN upgrades Worthy or upgrades Pickens, or Charbonnet upgrades Worthy or upgrades Pickens. Waddle. If you could do a Waddle and Worthy or a Waddle and Pickens now, I'd of course do that. Or Waddle and Scary Terry now, I would of course do that. So try that. But until then, you might have to just wait a little bit, which is fine. I have Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren. Should I trade Taylor for Hampton? Yes, I would. I'd rather have Hampton for sure. Worried about having 2 players from the same team. I like Hampton more. I would draft Hampton ahead of him. I draft Hampton over JT. I don't deal with it. I'm not saying you, but anybody has a problem with it, I don't care. Thank you for all you do, champ. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget to get on over to the Patreon. I'm going to go over there right now and chat with everybody. Here's the link to the Patreon. There it is. Boom. Smash that link. Do it live. It's $10 a month. Cancel anytime. There will be a secondary spillover Patreon draft if anybody's watching this. For anybody that has the annual membership, probably by tonight is the deadline. I'll go through and send everybody a link that has the Patreon membership. Tonight will probably be the deadline. And then anybody that doesn't have, Tay, I didn't skip yours. I read yours off for sure. I read this one off, bro. Trade Hendy and Pickens for Chase Brown and Ridley. I told you. I said I like the Hendy side over Chase Brown, and I like the Pickens side over Ridley. So you're losing both sides of that trade if you're trading Hendy away. So I didn't forget it. You must have took a little potty break. But Taya, thank you for dropping that super chat, and hopefully you heard that response. Go over to the Patreon, cancel anytime, $10 a month. So the spillover draft will be people that have the annual membership. Okay, so hit that link. Thank you, mods, as well. Yeah, annual membership. We're doing a draft, but we'll also do those that have just the $10 a month membership. There'll be another spillover draft. Tayef, did you take a potty break? Appreciate you, bro. Also, don't forget that the content over on thefantasyfootballshow.com, it's year round. It's 365. It's 24/7. Just because you may have drafted yet, even if you haven't drafted, get it. But if you have drafted already, trade calculator, there's still bold predictions to look at and help guide your trades, articles. And most importantly, and I'm going to change this board here so you understand what's included. But you have also the waiver wire articles and advice, and then the buy low, sell high articles and advice. So all of that's at thefantasyfootballshow.com. So, and I will have a waiver wire pack or an in-season package that I'll be selling. The in-season package will be basically a discounted version that will be during the season. Okay, so I'll be selling that here soon, and that will be basically like the waiver wire advice and the buy low, sell high only, and that will be like I want to say it's gonna be like a $19 package for the year instead of the $59, just for those two products that might help people that might not want rankings anymore and they just want the waiver wire stuff and all that. So I will see you all later. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to get on over to the Patreon. That link is, like I said, just been dropped. I'll pin the Patreon link right now. The Underdog promo code Smitty link. If you guys want to draft with us next time, I pinned the Patreon link. Underdog promo code Smitty. That link is right here. If you want to draft with us tomorrow night, I've got an offer on the table here. Mims and Pat Bryant in a 26-second and $100 in fab for Tootin and Thornton in the Dynasty League. Surprised somebody sent me something like relatively fair. I like this that I'm getting an offer for somebody, but I like Tootin too much. I like Thornton too much. I don't mind Mims and Pat Bryant. This is a Dynasty League where there's 2 flex spots and 2 wide receiver spots. It's tempting because of the fact that it gives me 2 players, one of which will probably do well. But I think Tootin could be a league winner, and I just don't know that I want to trade that. And I love Thornton as well. What do you guys think? Thornton and Tootin or Mims Bryant, a second rounder and $100 fab? And I think we only have $100 in fab anyway, so that would put me back at 100 because I traded 100. I traded 100 already. What do you guys think on that trade? Mims and Bryant, both wide receivers for Denver. A 26-second, $100 in fab out of 100 for Tootin and Thornton Dynasty. Vote in the chat. Very curious to know what you guys think. I will see you all tomorrow. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. You guys absolutely rock. Did I miss anybody super? If I miss anybody super for some reason, like if I closed it on accident, just put in the comments you missed my super chat. I will check it. Just make sure you comment in the next 10 minutes. And I'll go looking for it. Yeah, getting a lot of Tootin votes. It's not a bad offer, Healing. If you're watching, it's not a bad offer. Tootin is my league winner, bro. Just a straight up league winner. I'll counter or something though. Let's see. Let me pull it up. He's got Bigsby. Yeah. Unfortunately, my boy, I'll give you all these other picks though, but I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that first rounder for Tootin, my boy. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna send it back to you. Give you my seconds and second, all my thirds. Tootin, Thornton, Mims, Pat Bryant, the first rounder, $100. Deuce. See you tomorrow.